Hey guys, and welcome back to our last episode of Bench Talk. I'm Campbell.
I'm Kate.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Thomas.
Today we're talking about social media and sport and social identification.
Okay, I'll start us off. How do we think social media has changed fans?
I think it's got fans more involved. It's brought a lot more attention. It's growing, and it's good for all sports.
I think
Yeah, I
now we just
think.
have go
No,
ahead,
go ahead.
Thomas.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I was just gonna say I think that now we just have so much more access into athletes' lives so we can see like their day to day and just hear their political opinions, just opinions on regular things. And so I think there has become such a stronger parasocial relationship between fans and athletes, which can be like a really cool thing, but also can be like a little scary. But yeah, Thomas.
Yeah. I think like it's also given more like a bigger demographic of fans, especially like younger fans, in my opinion, have a lot easier time keeping up with sports and like just finding teams that they like because a lot of younger people are on social media now. So
Yeah, I agree. Going off the demographics kind of topic, it brings a lot of people together that necessarily wouldn't want to be watching sports. Just looking at like Dancing with the Stars, they have a lot of athletes on Dancing with the Stars, and then that gets plastered all over social media. And so just kind of those events and putting that out on social media. Obviously, there's a huge craze right now, at least in our generation, of people watching Dancing with the Stars and seeing all these athletes and then wanting to go watch them play their sport. So I think that's a cool connection.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we touched on this a few episodes ago, but I know we talked about like kind of the rise of social media making it so people don't want to watch the full games anymore. They just kind of are like, oh, I'll watch the highlight reel after, especially with like sports that have a ton of games. Do you guys think that social media like is it is because of social media, and do you think that'll ever kind of go back?
I
honestly,
don't
no, I think it might go more into like short form content in the future. Like people, I think a lot of people are gonna just stop watching games, especially if they keep having games that start at like 10 p.m. and like there's just no reason to stay up when you can just wake up in the morning and watch the highlights.
I also think this is kind of a little bit derailing, but like I think now people are gonna turn to social media for sport content more, like in highlight recap stuff with I don't know how long it's gonna last, but the YouTube TV stuff, I don't know if y'all have been
Oh
impacted
yeah.
by this, but I have been not been able to watch any basketball.
Hmm.
Um and like any and obviously anything on ESPN, Disney, Hulu, just because of these like contracts or whatever. I don't even know the details, but all I know is I can't watch sports. So I've been watching a lot of like recaps and highlights like just on social media. So I think now if this continues, like all these the streaming wars, like I think that opens up a lot more opportunity for social media to like really be intertwined even more with sport.
I totally agree. You can't even watch College Game Day anymore.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I literally am so mad.
My friend was at college game day at University of Utah. She was like up and she got, you know how they do the um like comparisons, like celeb lookalikes. She
Hmm.
got put as one.
Who was
That's
she
awesome.
compared
I
to?
didn't even know who it was. It was like a character in a show, but it
Oh,
was so cool.
like those can either go really well or really poorly.
Oh, for sure. It
It's
wasn't it
like
wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But
that's
yeah,
good.
I feel like we have to mention everything going on with the NBA. Do you guys think that social media has had a big impact on that? Or do you think that even without social media, like news outlets, it would have gotten out as much as it did?
Mm, I
I
honestly
mean,
like go Thomas.
no, I was just gonna say like I'm kind of comparing it to what the like what happened with Michael Jordan, which I believe can maybe a little conspiracy theory that it's a pretty popular one, but like got caught gambling and that's why he went to the MLB. But like nowadays, I think it would be too bad for the brand if I guess these guys that got caught aren't like huge stars like Terry Rozier's. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay,
gambling.
yeah. Like Terry Rozier's not like Michael Jordan, so it's not the same
Fair.
like hit that it would have on the sport, but like they can't really get away with putting Terry Rozier in another sport and not like having this story blow up. But yeah, I don't know. That's just how I view it. It's just not possible to hide it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. And let's not say they're not stars. Chauncey Billups, that's my hometown team, guys. Let's chill.
Oh,
He's
not
not a
anymore.
star as a coach,
Hey,
though.
Not a
it's
star
a
anymore.
it's a big deal to some of us though.
I think it's been like really funny. I don't know. I've obviously been like listening to podcasts about it, but I think social media, I feel like I just haven't seen a ton about it on social media. I don't know if like y'all are the same, but mine is mainly just like TikToks. Like I saw this one TikTok of like Terry Rozier like before all this gambling stuff happened and then after, and he was like so purposely like banking shots and like just so it was so awful. And I was like,
Yeah, I
honestly,
think I've
like it was
seen.
helpful, like seeing how well he was playing and then like how far he plummeted. Like it was like, oh wait, yeah, like looking back now, like causes some suspicion, but I don't know. I feel like it's all been like funny. Like The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. It's just all edits of
Yeah.
that is
I
all
saw
I've
one
seen.
kind of the same thing of like side by side of like after versus before. And somebody was like, guys, did we really not see this coming? Like, are we
That
serious?
was the one I saw.
Yeah.
Do we feel like looking at teams and just kind of how Campbell, you were saying that like that's your team? Do you guys feel like that you're more connected to teams by following their social media accounts?
Yeah, I'd say for sure. I mean, I think that it honestly maybe athletes more than teams because teams it's all like I mean it goes through so many people before it gets put out. And I'm sure like I mean of course the big athletes have the same thing. They have their social media managers, whatever it is. Um, but I think more so fans than like the team accounts because fans it's like imagine if we could have seen like, oh, what was Michael Jordan eating for dinner? You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to think about. And we kind of do see that now. Like there are some like LeBron, just like even the one meme of him like smiling, being like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we
Smiling through it
wouldn't
all, can't
see
believe this
that
is my
if it
life.
wasn't for social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel I'm not a Chargers fan, but I like genuinely feel such a strong connection to them because of like how many like they like totally just have mastered like the mobile content and like I feel like every reel they come out with is like oh my gosh like this is genius and like showcases personality like I feel like that is my close personal friend Dayon Henley like genuinely like I feel like I'm like friends with him
Naturally.
and like know him because like I also feel like their roster is like super bought in like Dicker and like obviously Henley and like all of these guys, Joe Out, like they're all like super bought in to the social. So I really it depends on the team, like and how bought in the players are. But I think that if the social team does it right, like it can foster a really cool connection. But that's just me.
Yeah. I honestly agree with that. Like the Chargers are probably one of the most likable, easily one of the most likable NFL teams. And I have, yeah, like you said, I have really no reason to think that other than I've just seen it. Like if their social media wasn't a thing, you would have no idea that like again, those random players are like cool in person. So I think that's cool. Like I honestly root for them. Like Justin Herbert on the field is kind of just like he's just a good football player, but like you see him outside and he's kind of funny, like has a good personality. So I think that's like a good way to, especially for people that really don't have a team to, it'll gain them a couple fans, I think for sure.
Just a
I've
couple.
been I've been loving the Bills Instagram reels. I keep scrolling through them and they're just
They're so good.
hilarious. I think there are so many teams just in general that are doing so many funny posts on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter even, and it's getting people to stay and watch. And then they're like looking into other players and they're like, "Oh, this is this guy's word of the week. Who is he? Like, let me go look him up real quick." And then they end up becoming a fan through just the constant memes and like, oh, this team is actually kind of funny.
I want the Bills to win every week so I can get the brain rot reel. Like I think
Yes.
those are so funny. And like no one really did it like that before then. And now I feel like it's more popular, but like I think it's so stupid, but I want them to win so I can watch it every week.
Yeah, there was one I watched that was like they were talking about wood carving and it had nothing to do with football. And they were talking about like this is what a
So funny.
yeah, it was just hilarious. And I just thought that was kind of genius because it made me start scrolling through the rest of their posts and being like, "Oh, this is kind of funny. Kind of like it."
Because it
Yeah.
gets to a point where like our feeds are saturated by like the highlight reels and like whatever. And like we can watch the game and like see that. But like I think with like the mobile content and like all these behind the scenes things, it's like it's something different. I think that's why all this content is done so well. It's because it's stuff we haven't seen before, and so I feel like that makes us feel connected. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
In another class we talked about how the golf and F1 and golf were on Netflix documentaries and how just like showing the behind the scenes of like some golf players just like hanging out with their kids or just eating dinner, and it's just like it creates a new kind of side of being a fan of just kind of seeing their daily life and getting that behind the scenes look. And I think that's obviously going to keep happening and keep blowing up, and you're going to not just see highlights, but like how we were saying is like LeBron just eating dinner, swimming in the pool, just running around.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it's for sure prevalent. Like, yes, of course, in your basketball and your football, the sports that are followed the most, like people are going to follow LeBron, whoever it is. Like, people are gonna follow them and watch what they're doing. But I also feel like you kind of touched on like golf, and I think that and like other sports along those lines where they have to be so composed at all times, showing their personal side. Even like Rory after he won. Did you guys? Okay. Did you guys watch that? Okay.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
And like his wife came up and like you just see a different side of them. And I think that
Mhm.
especially in those sports where like you don't ever see their personality, quite honestly. Like maybe they
Mm.
have a little celebration every now and then, but even that is like very composed. I think that is going to be huge. I mean, it already has been. I think even moving forward, I think those sports are where it's going to be the most like useful, I guess.
Yeah, like golf especially is a big one because, like you said, most the other guys 99% of the time are just locked in and not really showing any emotion. And I think one of like the best examples of it in golf is with Bryson DeChambeau. Like before he made his YouTube channel, he was probably the most disliked golfer just because like I don't know if you guys know like the rope incident and stuff like that. Like people didn't like him because of that. And then you go watch him and he seems like a genuine guy. Like I like his honestly enjoy his golf videos a lot. So like stuff like that just can kind of flip how your perspective on an athlete for sure.
Going into that, what's the content that makes you feel most connected to your team or like the Chargers, how they bring in Love Island stars or they say, yay, Annie made it to the next week.
It's been so funny, like the interweaving of like pop culture and sport. Like now, I feel like it used to be so separate, but now, like I feel like it's so intertwined. Like I saw one last night. It was like vote Andy, like you were saying. It was the Red Sox,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yes.
what are we doing? But it was like, oh, this is like intersection of two of my favorite things, Dancing with the Stars and the Boston Red Sox. So like, I liked it, and I think I like posts like that because I feel like they draw in different audiences, and they're like, oh wait, maybe sports is cool. Like I don't know, that makes sense,
Thomas, I
but
want to hear
yeah.
your thoughts on this because I feel like every time I see something like that, like with Dancing with the Stars, or even like a Taylor Swift song, I'm always kind of like, wait, like it makes me like, wait, what do you mean? Like I like both of those things, and yet like I feel like they shouldn't be like intertwining almost. But then I'm like, oh, like I do like that. Like that's kind of awesome. That two things I like are like together. But then I'm just like, that just feels like it shouldn't mix. Um, but there always is a thought behind my head of like, what are the people that like really don't like Taylor Swift or like really don't like watch Dancing with the Stars or know anything there? Like, are you kind of like Get Out?
No, I mean I don't see any of the Dancing with the Stars stuff because I just think like my feed doesn't show me that stuff. But I don't know. Like personally with Taylor Swift, I could really care less. Like I understand why the NFL does it. It gets them more money. Like that's what they're all about. Personally, I don't care how Taylor Swift reacts to Travis Kelce first down. Doesn't really matter to me when I'm watching the game. But like I get why they do it. I can get why like if it brings more fans in that like actually want to watch football or actually want to watch the sport, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't really care.
That's fair. Good take.
So.
Very like PR coded, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
Nah,
literally
you
so
someone in my ear told me to say that.
Right, right.
so PR
You're just like, as
coded.
long as everybody's happy, I'm chill.
Yeah.
Right.
he's like actually the biggest Dancing with the Stars fan ever, and he's
Yeah, he's
hiding it.
secretly an Indy
Yeah, I
fan.
have it
Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
TV right here. I keep looking to the left. Is that still
It's
going on?
actually
I don't
Tuesday
even
night.
know.
Yes,
If you
it's
know
still
yet.
going on. I could
Yes,
talk about this
Thomas.
for forever, Thomas. If
Me
you ever,
too.
yeah, guys, Dancing with the Stars
I
podcast
think
is still
that's
continuing.
the end of the podcast today. Good to talk to you guys. Nah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it
Next
sometime.
episode, we're
Yeah.
watching it at the stars.
Justice for Andy. Sorry,
I
that's all
think
I'll say.
Andy needs to stay one more week and then he can go, but I think he
I
deserves
need
one
him
more
to go
week.
home. I need him to go
Whitney
home.
needs to
Really?
go home.
Whitney
Wait, is
needs to
I
go
Andy like
home.
yeah,
a
I agree.
Whitney
is
drives me
Andy
crazy.
Hmm.
is
Whitney's
Andy a
she's gonna win,
dancer or is he
unfortunately.
No,
he's a
celebrity?
star
Andy's a
Andy is the
celebrity.
star.
What does he
Hmm.
do?
He is the star.
He's an
Andy
He is
actor.
is
Mort. Mort from
he's the voice of
Madagascar.
Mort.
Oh, really? That's fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
you
he's
know
Is
like
he a
him.
old
good
and he
dancer?
doesn't
Wait, do
move.
you have
You
to
know
like be a good
Andy.
No,
dancer to be on this, or like?
No, you're
no.
not supposed to be. You're supposed
He's
to
He
learn.
doesn't
older.
move.
He's older and
Are
not
there
very
people
agile.
are
He
there
doesn't
people that are
move.
just horrible at
But
this?
everybody
And
loves him, so
Andy.
everybody votes for him every single week and they save
uh,
him. So
what if
I
he
do not
wins?
vote for Andy.
Would people be in an outrage if he won?
I think
People are
so. I
already
don't
so
think
mad that he's
Probably.
staying.
I think
Probably.
The
that the
judges are so
scores
mad.
I
Hot
don't think they're
take.
gonna
I don't really care.
Guys, I just like Flava Flav was the judge last night,
I
and
know.
his commentary was so funny. It
I
was
There
didn't
was
get
just
to
one
watch
time.
Loved
it.
Alex
I didn't get
Earl.
There
to
was one
watch
time that
it.
he was like, I was watching you guys move and like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was just kind of like,
everyone was like,
We
you
don't
are
know what
high
you're
off your
saying.
mind right now, and that's okay. There was when he was like, yeah, and that was his score. That was his comment, and it
yeah.
was just great.
And I
Honestly,
did not get to watch because of the YouTube TV.
Oh,
I think that's fatal.
Alex Earl deserved perfect 10s.
I
I
agree.
didn't get to watch. All
Wow.
as well.
You can come watch next week, honey.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Alex Earl Braxton Berrios'
Braxton, yep.
girlfriend?
Yes.
They ended up breaking
Yes.
up
Okay.
See,
apparently.
intertwine. Oh, I don't think
Exactly.
so.
Do what?
I don't know. I don't really keep
I
up
don't
with
think
this stuff.
so. Bring
But
you
yeah,
sports back into it.
Yeah,
good
that
It's
work.
is a good
always it'll
example.
always come back to sports.
Yep. I had some guy friends watching it with me last night, and they were like shocked at how many different athletes were just in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had
And
the
they were like,
Dodgers
"Oh,
in
the
the
hell?"
audience.
The Dodgers looked so unbelievably uninterested.
So hungover.
They
They were all
probably
four.
were.
Well, there
So
was three
hungover.
players and then the manager. And the manager was the only one that looked like he was even really enjoying himself. Yeah. Dwight Howard was on it last year, Thomas.
Dwight Howard was?
Yeah.
He's washed.
Do you know Ramon
Oh,
Schubert?
that's why it's on
Didn't
Dancing
he
with the
get? He
Stars.
won.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
he's
That's what I'm
washed.
saying.
You don't see like freaking Curry on
Jeff
there. Like
Curry.
it's not like
Julian Edelman was on it. He killed it.
Awesome. All right, so I'm really excited to introduce our guest, Andrew Fostvelt. Andrew graduated from Texas Tech and is now in his second year as a communications grad assistant for Clemson Athletics, serving with volleyball, women's lacrosse, and rowing, overseeing their social media, photography, going on the road with them, all the calm things. He's taught me so much, and I'm just really excited for this conversation. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and we'll just introduce ourselves. I'm obviously Kate.
I'm Campbell.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Anne.
And I'm Thomas.
Okay, so we'll kind of throw it all the way back. Did you always know that you wanted to work in sports? How did you get your start? Kind of vibes.
Uh, so whenever I entered college, I wanted to be a civil engineer, so about as far from sports as you can get. And then like eventually I just worked my way from that to marketing, and then my girlfriend actually was the one who like showed me what sports information was. And I got an internship with Texas Tech in 2023 and just fell in love with it. I was able to basically be the secondary contact for our women's tennis team as we traveled to Durham for the NCAA tournament for the first time in a couple years. So that just all made me fall in love with the field.
Yeah. So you went to Texas Tech. Are you from Texas?
Yeah, I'm from Austin, Texas.
Okay, yeah. And then coming to Clemson, like I know you said you had the opportunity and that's kind of what drew you here. Did you want to come to South Carolina? And like, were you kind of just open to anywhere?
Yeah, I was open to anywhere. I actually, my dad's a Notre Dame fan, so he hated Clemson, so I
Uh-oh.
hated Clemson. So, and then like before I got an interview here, I didn't even know like where Clemson was. It was just like Clemson is the
Yeah,
enemy. Like we don't like Clemson in this household kind of thing.
there.
But but now I've like fallen in love with the place and I don't want to leave.
Yeah, do
And
you
I
see
feel like
yourself
that's
staying here, or do you think you'll kind of pivot
uh
somewhere else?
it just depends on how the job search goes. Like if I can stay here, I would, but with how things are in college athletics and like college athletic jobs specifically, like we don't really have much of a choice where we want to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we've probably all been told that, like, as we're entering the field of like, okay, well, you're gonna have to be ready to move anywhere, and it's just kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, cool, sounds
yeah,
good.
like be ready to move anywhere and like immediately. Like
Yeah.
I uh I got my job offer the day that the grad school application closed for Clemson. So like I had
Terrifying.
to, yeah, so I had to finish my grad application, find an apartment, plan to move halfway across the country. Me and my girlfriend were going to Germany at the time for like a two
Oh
week
my gosh.
vacation to see her sister. And then it was like all of that happened in July last year. So that was like the most stressful month of my life.
Was it like scary like moving here, or was it more of just exciting, like ready for the
Uh,
opportunity?
both. Like, I mean, obviously, moving halfway across the country is scary, especially by yourself for the first couple months. Like, I had never gone, I've never been to South Carolina before. Like, so it was a brand new opportunity. Obviously, I'm excited for it. Like, I want to be able to prove myself, but it's at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm at Clemson. This is like one of the biggest power four schools in the country. And I like it's still, whenever I go into like the Reeves recruiting room and just see the Paul, I'm like, oh my God, I'm here.
Yeah, it's
So
still
awesome.
surreal.
Yeah. It's just a wild thing to even think about.
That's so amazing, and we're glad you're here. Um,
Thank you.
could you tell us a little more about the specifics of your GA role?
Yeah. So I'm the primary media contact for lacrosse and rowing, and the secondary media contact for women's volleyball. Right now, in my role, like I'm in charge of all three team social media accounts. I handle relations with the media. So, like, whenever TV wants to do like a broadcast call with Coach Simpson Kier, I have to like facilitate that. Or like a couple weeks ago, Inside Lacrosse magazine wanted to do an interview with our head coach and our a couple of our freshman players because we have the number one recruiting class. And like I'm in charge of facilitating that, just trying to promote the brand, um, developing relationships with media, and also on game days, I have to manage the staff, make sure stats are correct, make sure my social plan goes correctly, change any stats that need to be changed. It's more of a what don't I have
Yeah,
a hand in?
it's true.
Yeah.
Andrew does
Well,
everything. It's true.
Oh, I also do photography. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
Well,
edit photos and I post them.
well, with all of the different stuff you do, what is one of the areas that you've grown most during your time at Clemson or just in general?
Photography for sure. Like before I came here, I hadn't picked up a camera that wasn't an iPhone. And that was like probably my biggest learning curve is just learning how to do that, edit photos,
Mm.
and learn how to do social media that's not like during game day because obviously it's the workflow is different for that. But yeah, photography has been a really big thing that I've had to learn, and something that I feel like a lot of people don't realize you have to learn until
Hmm.
you're in that situation.
Yeah, because you're on the road with volleyball most games, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a 4 weekend road stretch. So
Mm.
I haven't had a weekend at home for a month.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're
So
doing
when you got
photo, right? On the road?
Yeah, I'm doing photo.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Sorry, Campbell.
the
you're good.
sorry. I'm doing photo. I'm doing the non-in-game social media. I'm
Hmm.
still developing relations with the SIDs and making sure the broadcasters like in venue know what we want to be pushed as our storylines. And I also have to make sure that like the PAs say our names right.
So when you got
So
offered this role at Clemson, did you know that you're gonna have to learn photography, or did they know that you didn't have any prior experience with that?
uh,
Kind of like what was that like?
they didn't know, or no, sorry, they knew that I didn't know photography. And I think that was like their big thing with me was like, you need to learn how to take photos. We're gonna put you through a boot camp through August. And
Yes.
that was tough, but like obviously it worked out. So like
Yeah.
obviously the boot camp worked.
The Jeff Callan School of
And
Photography.
Jeff Callan and Valerie Johnson
Yes.
School of Volleyball Photography.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned that like that was one of your challenges was learning photography. Were there anything else, any other challenges you faced during your time as a GA?
Yeah, social media is like my other big thing. Like uh whenever I was at Texas Tech, I was only doing game day social media for women's tennis. So, and all credit to Texas Tech women's tennis. That's not a very big account. And now, like, it's just having to learn how to do like off-season pushes and um what to post like during the week or what to post whenever you haven't won in a while. It's just like those kinds of things I had to learn like on the job, and it was hard for like my first year because I still didn't really know what I was doing, but now this year it feels much easier.
So, like, what are some aspects of your socials that have worked for like your smaller accounts versus like your bigger accounts? I don't know if that's a good question, but like
Um,
what content has been successful for your accounts, I guess.
so our most successful post last year for lacrosse, aside from like our upset wins and NCAA tournament stuff, was a mini mic about their biggest lacrosse ick.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's like just like finding those things where like the players are having fun with it and like something that resonates with like that broader like sport community is like just like something that is still hard to learn, but like that's what's been doing best for me and something that I'm about to start getting back into once once I have more free time outside of
Hmm.
volleyball.
Do you find that a lot of your content ideas kind of work across all three, or do you find that it's pretty individualized to each sport?
Uh, I feel like it works across all three. I mean, like you have to make it work for your sport, but like at the end of the day, you're gonna have like your stat posts, you're gonna have fan posts, like your produced video of like in-game stuff. It's just knowing like how to make it work with every account and
Yeah.
your account's audience. That's like challenging, but most of the time, if it works for one account, it works for all of the accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool to see the different sides of like marketing different content to post out. What would be one of your favorite memories while working at Clemson?
Going to the NCAA tournament for the first time with lacrosse, that was a really fun experience. Whenever we won our first ACC game with volleyball last year was also a really good experience. Uh, tra Traveling is fun, but traveling to like California is also a really good experience. Like you get so much time with the team and the managers on the team and like all of the support staff and coaches, and it's just like a real bonding experience being out there. Like it's a tough travel trip, but it's still a really fun travel trip. Like with traveling, like you start to hate it after a while, but I also like realize how lucky I am to be in the position to be able to travel with a Division 1 team. Like how many people in the world are able to do that?
Yeah, I know the pain. I'm from Oregon, so I have to fly home. Like I know the pain of the travel day.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a grind for sure. It takes
yeah.
a full day. Okay, last question. Now that you've had a little bit of experience with Clemson athletics, what is your dream role? Like location, position, if you could do anything all in your power, what would you do?
Um, Jeremy Sharp at UNC, I think, has the perfect job. He does women's lacrosse, swim and dive, and like some other sport. And he gets to live at UNC, which obviously is a really good place. And he gets like all these national championship winning programs. So it's like, if I could be in his shoes, I would. Uh, dream dream job, I think like this is where I still want to be like sports information director. Uh, but for like specific schools, um, Notre Dame, Clemson, Oregon,
Let's go, Duh.
uh, uh, Texas Tech, sometimes some days, and UNC.
Fair. So you've
Yeah,
got options. There's a lot of
yeah,
open doors there.
yeah. I just have to actually get through the application process.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah,
Well, awesome. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on and
yeah,
for
of
answering our
course.
questions. We're just really thankful for your wisdom and insight, and good luck with the rest of volleyball season. And hopefully you can get a little bit of a break soon.
Well, I have to shoot for pit soccer tonight, so not no break tonight. So
Oh
It'll
man.
be a fun one though. It'll
Hopefully,
be a fun game to
hopefully
see.
break soon.
yeah, maybe one day.
Maybe. Well,
Thank you guys
awesome.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Andrew.
much.
We
Thank
Thank you
Thank
you.
you,
so
appreciate you.
much.
Andrew.
I mean, wow. This has been such a treat, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was a great
Guys,
way to end.
this is our last
Oh
podcast
my
ever.
gosh,
I
I'm actually
know,
really
the
sad.
memories.
No, we have casino cruise coming up this
Guys,
weekend.
sorry, I
I
wouldn't have
Yeah.
known
know.
this apparently.
They'll never know about that though.
Yeah,
They
you
won't get
you
aired.
already like scouted it out for us today.
Yeah, we can all come back together, but we're not gonna podcast that. That'll be after.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, thank you for watching our last episode of Bench Talk. It's been awesome.
I know. I'm so
Thanks,
sad to see it
guys.
go.
Thomas, don't
Look at
cry.
Thomas fake
I'm
crying
good.
Don't
over
cry,
there.
Thomas, don't
Oh,
cry. We'll meet
all right.
again
Well,
soon in class on
We
yeah.
Friday.
will.
And if you're watching this, comment down below Dancing with the Stars or vote Andy or don't vote Andy. Comment down below so we know you're our true fans.
Comment down
That's
below
all
if
we've
you want to see
got.
Thomas on Dancing with the Stars next
Yes.
season.
Yes. I'll comment. All right.
Nah.
Well, that is
Oh,
all
bye,
we've got.
guys.
Bye,
All right.
guys.